Hello there. Last week we took a look at the Icon Replicas Darth Vader lightsaber from 1997, which was the first lightsaber in my collection. Purchased it off of eBay in 2002. Today we're going to take a look at the second lightsaber in my collection. We're going back 18 years again, this time to the Master Replicas Anakin Skywalker Force FX Lightsaber. This was made in 2002. I actually got in on the pre-sale for this a few months before they came out in the spring of 2002. And as far as I know, this is the first Force FX lightsaber that was out there. The first lightsaber that, featured sound and a light-up blade that wasn't a toy from Kenner or Hasbro. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Now, the majority of the time that I've had this, it has actually lived in its original packaging, mostly to protect it. As you see, I went ahead and, in prepping for the video, I removed the plastic bag that protects it, as well as some of the styrofoam packaging that it comes with. And as you can tell, it's already lit up, but there's no sound. I don't know exactly when the sound stopped working because I didn't take it out of the box very often. I think it was probably about 10 years ago. Again, this is an 18-year-old lightsaber. And a few years ago when I started, or a couple of years ago when I started getting into the lightsaber hobby again, I did begin to do some research on it, and it seems that with this first generation Master Replicas Force FX lightsaber, the sound card going out is actually pretty common. I considered the possibility of maybe just doing a conversion on it to a Nano Biscotti card, or getting into it to do, see if there was something that I could repair with it. I decided I wanted to just go ahead and keep this one in its original condition since it doesn't come out very often. Now, it does feature an Electroluminescent Blade instead of an in-hilt LED like most of your lightsabers from Ultra Sabres or Saber Forge have. So that is really, I kind of looked into it. It's not an LED that lights it up. It's just more of an electrochemical reaction with the materials inside the blade. It's not very light. It doesn't have any effects with it. No flash on clash. If I remember correctly, the sound was very limited. You had your ignition, your startup, maybe a couple of swing sounds. I don't even recall if there was actually even a clash sound with it. Now, going back when I originally got this out, I was incredibly impressed with it. I still am, because the detail of the hilt is actually really nice. But now that I've actually have multiple other lightsabers, it really does stand out in the fact that the hilt is huge. And it's not just this hilt design, this hilt model. It really kind of stands out as being very large against any of the other hilts that I have. And I think more than anything, that just has to do with the size of the electronics that were available at the time and where we're at with miniaturization. So there it is next to the Icon Darth Vader lightsaber that I had, which, again, this was actually made from, the Lucasfilm archives. It's as accurate as they could do at the time. The Master Replicas limited editions of these are much more screen accurate than the Icons were. Just taking a look at this, comparing it to the size of some of the other sabers that I have. This is an Ultra Sabres Lost Gray. Now, these are actually about the same size. But then we're going to take a look at some of the smaller hilts that we've got as well. An Ultra Sabres Graflex CE, which is a lot smaller. The outer diameter is smaller, as well as the length of the saber. Then we have the Corbanth Parks Graflex, which lengthwise is about the same as the Graflex CE from Ultra Sabres. Outer diameter wise, it's about the same as well. We have the Roman Props Balance V4, Luke's Return of the Jedi Saber, which is designed for having electronics installed in it. And you can see that that's significantly smaller, both in the outer diameter of the hilt as well as the length of the hilt. And one thing that I wanted to point out also, so we've got a Korbanth AS2, which is the exact same lightsaber. Now, I do not have a Master Replicas limited edition of this lightsaber or the famed Watto's Junkyard Tusken Slayer. If you want to actually see a comparison of the size between the Korbanth AS2 and those two sabers, you can actually take a look at Shimimo's workshop. He actually does a very good comparison. But this is actually slightly larger than the Master Replicas limited edition, which it was, you know, made from the Lucasfilm archives, the actual prop that they used in the movie. So you can see the significant difference between this hilt and this hilt here. And it just, you know, right there, that shows just how far we've come as far as the electronics are concerned for these things. All right, well, that's going to be the end of it for today, I think. Just wanted to do a quick overview of the Anakin Skywalker Attack of the Clones Force FX Lightsaber from Master Replicas. Like I said, this was actually, at the time that it first came out, this was state-of-the-art. It was actually, you know, an incredibly impressive saber. We've definitely progressed quite a bit from the electroluminescent blades that they used 18 years ago to the in-hilt LEDs and now the NeoPixel sabers. And the sound cards are definitely more reliable and better. Well, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. If you do need to go out, make sure you protect yourself. And we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you.